gigantic shadows drifting beneath the ocean. Massive bite marks on whale bodies. Blurry images of mysterious creatures lurking in the dark. Has Megalodon truly vanished? Beyond the legends of oceanic giants like Megalodon, 95% of the ocean remains unexplored. Bizarre predators have been hiding in the depths since prehistoric times. In the deep sea, you don't need the size of a megalodon to become a nightmare. Before diving into the abyss to encounter these creatures, let us know where you're from. And now, welcome to Deep Sea Sharks. The deeper you go, the scarier monsters become. The deep and vast ocean has never ceased to reveal its secrets. As technology advances, humanity continues to discover that there are more shark species than ever known before. In 2023 alone, at least 4 new species were identified, expanding the list of mysterious predators lurking in the ocean depths. 2 new species of 6-gill saw shark were described, continuing the lineage of an ancient branch of sharks, distinguished by 6 gill slits instead of 5, unlike most modern sharks. But one of the strangest discoveries belongs to the demon cat shark, a species from the ghost shark group. Found off the coast of Western Australia, this species possesses glowing white eyes and uniquely shaped T-ridged eggs, a feature never seen in any other shark species. Measuring only 30 to 60 centimeters, they inhabit depths of 200 to 600 meters, where sunlight cannot penetrate. In slightly deeper waters, the painted horn shark has finally been confirmed as a new species after years of being mistaken for heterodontous zebra due to their similar coloration. Measuring between 60 to 120 centimeters, it has been found at depths of 125 to 229 meters off northwestern Australia. Distinctive markings on its snout and uniquely shaped fins helped scientists recognize that this was, in fact, a previously undescribed species. The increasing number of known shark species has been a clear trend over the past few decades. In the 1980s, only around 360 shark species were recognized. Today, that number has surpassed 500, a nearly 40% increase in just 40 years. Modern technology, such as unmanned submersibles, DNA analysis, and sonar imaging, has allowed scientists to reach areas that were once inaccessible. How many more species do you think are still lurking in the shadows? For a long time, sharks have been labeled as cold-blooded predators, constantly lurking to hunt humans. But the reality is far different from what movies portray. Each year, there are only about 60 shark-related incidents worldwide, with an extremely low fatality rate. Meanwhile, humans kill millions of sharks annually, primarily for their fins and liver oil. The story of the ocean's menace is just a small part of the truth. Sharks are not just hunters. They play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of marine ecosystems. They are found in nearly every ocean on Earth, from shallow coastal waters to the thousands of meters deep abyss of the seafloor. Sharks are creatures that have witnessed Earth's transformation through hundreds of millions of years of evolution. While dinosaurs went extinct 66 million years ago, sharks have survived, adapted, and thrived, becoming one of the most successful marine animals of all time. In 2023, a 439-million-year-old shark fossil was discovered in China, making it the oldest known jawed fish fossil ever recorded. This discovery not only expands our understanding of shark evolution, but also suggests that they may have emerged much earlier than previously believed. It strengthens the hypothesis that sharks could have predated the first bony fish, making them one of the oldest surviving evolutionary lineages. The history of sharks begins in the Ordovician period, around 450 million years ago, when their earliest ancestors appeared in ancient oceans. At that time, life on land had yet to flourish, and most organisms on Earth were still adapting to aquatic environments. Around 420 million years ago, sharks began to separate from primitive cartilaginous fish, another branch of which evolved into chimeras, the strange cartilaginous fish that live in deep waters and that you will encounter later in this video. 195 million years ago, at the beginning of the Jurassic period, the first modern shark group appeared, hexanchiforms, also known as six-gill sharks. Through millions of years of evolution, sharks have developed remarkable biological traits that make them perfect predators. Their bodies are designed to optimize speed and agility. A shark's jaw is also one of the most sophisticated hunting tools ever evolved. Unlike most fish, which have fixed jaws, sharks can flexibly extend their jaws forward to capture prey before retracting them back into the skull. Although sharks have evolved to adapt to nearly all marine environments, from shallow coastal waters to the deep ocean trenches, their diversity continues to expand. Some species in the Hemicillium genus have even developed the ability to walk, using their fins on sandbeds and coral reefs. These species, such as the epaulette shark, can use their pectoral and pelvic fins to push themselves forward, allowing them to move across shallow areas without the need to swim. Beneath the ever-moving waves where sunlight still penetrates and plankton drifts with the currents, lies an entirely different world. This is the realm of the strangest sharks we will explore in this video. At a depth of around 200 meters, just beyond the edge of the continental shelf, the ocean transitions into a gradually darkening zone, where light fades into faint rays and the environment becomes entirely distinct. This is the boundary between the vibrant shallow waters and the deep sea. A world where only creatures with exceptional adaptations can survive. From this depth onward, light is no longer sufficient for photosynthesis. Phytoplankton, the foundation of the oceanic food chain, cannot thrive as abundantly as in the upper layers. This leads to a significant shift in the ecosystem. At the surface, life flourishes with swift predators and vibrant coral reefs. But the deeper you descend, the quieter, colder, and more alien the ocean becomes. The classification of the ocean into different layers based on depth and light is not a new concept. Western marine scientists, particularly those studying the North Atlantic and Mediterranean, established the concept of the deep sea based on observations in oceans with extensive continental shelves. Any ocean region beyond the continental shelf is considered deep sea, though in reality this classification is not entirely accurate worldwide. The first deep sea layer below this boundary is the mesopelagic zone, also known as the twilight zone. Between 200 and 1,000 meters deep, only faint sunlight remains, enough for some organisms to use for orientation, but insufficient for photosynthesis. A few rare types of seaweed can survive at depths of around 295 meters, but beyond that, almost no plant life can persist. Beneath the twilight zone, the ocean plunges into complete darkness. Between 1,000 and 4,000 meters, the bathypelagic zone, or midnight zone, begins. There is no light, no plant presence, only creatures adapted to a world of eternal darkness. Descending further into the abyss, between 4,000 and 6,000 meters, lies the abyssal zone. This is an extreme environment with immense pressure, temperatures of only 2 to 3 degrees Celsius, and seemingly little to no life. Yet even here, life has found a way to exist. Creatures like the Dumbo octopus, with its ear-like fins, drift through the freezing waters. Sea cucumbers, sausage-shaped organisms that float across the ocean floor, play a vital role in the ecosystem's food chain. Despite appearing lifeless, this realm is not dead. It simply operates in a way entirely different from what humans typically observe in the upper ocean layers. Beyond the abyssal zone, the deepest trenches of the ocean unfold, a place untouched by sunlight for millions of years. The hadopelagic zone, at depths beyond 6,000 meters, exists only within oceanic trenches like the Mariana Trench, which reaches a maximum depth of 10,935 meters. Here, pressures exceed 1,000 times that of the surface, creating an environment nearly inaccessible to humans. Only creatures like the snailfish, recorded at an astounding depth of 8,336 meters, can adapt to these extreme conditions. Life here depends on energy from hydrothermal vents, deep-sea hot springs rich in minerals, where bacteria and extremophiles thrive, forming the foundation of a food chain entirely separate from the ocean's surface. From the sunlit shallow waters to the deepest ocean layers, sharks have adapted to survive in every corner of the sea. Each depth presents a different challenge, from powerful currents and extreme temperatures to the complete absence of light. These predators have evolved distinct traits to endure, making them one of the most versatile and diverse groups of marine animals on the planet. The deep sea layers are not just mysteries waiting to be uncovered, they are also a testament to life's extraordinary ability to adapt. Unlike the geographical boundaries humans define, marine animals do not adhere to fixed depth limits. Many species can thrive in both shallow and deep waters. Sperm whales can dive into the twilight zone to hunt giant squid. Great white sharks frequently descend to nearly 1,200 meters in search of food. Predators, bioluminescent creatures, and the strangest beings of the ocean all exist beyond the numerical boundaries set by humans. On the ocean's surface, sunlight pierces through the deep blue waters. The waves move endlessly, currents carry countless small fish, And here, the rulers of the surface waters are always lurking. They are the apex predators of the open ocean. Their bodies have evolved to adapt to an expansive world where speed, vision, and sensitivity determine the fine line between survival and loss. Sharks in this layer often have sleek, elongated bodies, allowing them to glide swiftly through strong currents without expending excessive energy. They possess powerful fins, a flexible muscular structure, and incredible speed. As one of the most widespread shark species in the world, the blue shark can be found in nearly all major oceans, from the Atlantic and Pacific to the Indian Ocean. It primarily inhabits the epipelagic zone, ranging from the surface down to about 200 meters, where sunlight and an abundant food supply are available. Its slender body structure allows the blue shark to move swiftly and efficiently, minimizing water resistance and enabling it to reach speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour. Its large eyes help detect prey from a distance, while its highly sensitive sense of smell allows it to detect blood in water at extremely low concentrations. These senses make it an efficient hunter preying on squid, small fish, and crustaceans. It may not be the most powerful predator, but its agility and opportunistic nature make it a master at seizing opportunities. Unlike sharks that remain within a specific region, the blue shark is a true ocean wanderer. It undertakes migrations spanning thousands of kilometers each year, crossing oceans from temperate to tropical regions, following ocean currents in search of food and breeding grounds. Riding the powerful ocean currents, the short-fin mako shark slices through the water like a silver flash. This is a predator with no rival when it comes to speed. Capable of accelerating up to 74 kilometers per hour, it holds the title of the fastest shark in the world. With an average length of 2.5 to 4 meters, its sleek body and large pectoral fins allow it to cut through the water efficiently, minimizing drag. Its skin is more than just protection. It features specialized micro-ridges that enhance water flow along its body, optimizing swimming speed. A combination of streamlined design, powerful muscles, and the ability to regulate body temperature makes it one of the most effective predators in the ocean. The short-fin mako shark primarily inhabits the epipelagic zone, from the surface down to about 500 meters, where light is still sufficient to support vision. Its diet consists of skipjack tuna, swordfish, and occasionally smaller sharks. With sharp vision and an acute sense of smell, it can detect prey from afar. Once a target is locked in sight, it explodes into action, closing the distance in the blink of an eye. But this is only a small glimpse of what we can observe in the ocean's upper layers. The deeper you go, the more astonishing the creatures of the darkened waters become. How deep do you think sharks can dive? Take a guess at which species can reach depths beyond 2,000 meters before we reveal the answer later on. The classification of ocean depths does not strictly define where sharks live. Some species that inhabit shallow waters can dive deep, while others from the deep sea may ascend to shallower zones to hunt. This movement may be linked to the deep scattering layer, a phenomenon as magnificent as the Great Migration on land. The existence of the deep scattering layer was first discovered during World War II. When warships used sonar to detect submarines, they encountered a sound-reflecting layer several hundred meters deep, resembling the seafloor, but shifting over time. At first, scientists believed it was merely acoustic interference, but after further research, they realized it was actually billions of marine organisms moving together, forming a massive sonar-reflecting layer. The deep scattering layer consists of various marine species. Most are mesopelagic fish, such as lanternfish, small yet bioluminescent, along with squid, krill, and other planktonic organisms. Under the ocean's dim light, they form a dense, continuous layer spanning the world's oceans. This is not just a habitat for tiny creatures, but also a critical food source for larger fish, sharks, whales, and seabirds. During the day, this layer sinks to 300 or 500 meters, staying out of reach from predators like tuna, swordfish, and dolphins in the upper waters. At night, the safety of darkness allows them to rise toward the surface to feed. This is one of the largest vertical migrations on the planet, occurring daily across the world's oceans. At places like Seal Island, off the coast of South Africa, great white sharks have been observed using a technique called breaching, launching themselves completely out of the water when attacking seals. This strike is executed with an explosive burst of speed from below, generating an impact force strong enough to hurl prey into the air. The teeth of the great white shark are among the most formidable hunting tools in the ocean. With hundreds of razor-sharp teeth, reaching up to 7 centimeters in length, each tooth is serrated, designed to tear through flesh effortlessly. Its bite force can reach up to 18,000 newtons. What makes it even more remarkable is that its teeth are continuously replaced. Each broken tooth is quickly replaced by a new one, ensuring it always has a razor-sharp arsenal. The great white shark is not just a solitary predator. It also exhibits complex social behaviors. They can establish hierarchical structures when hunting in groups, with larger individuals often dominating. They also demonstrate learning abilities and adaptability, adjusting their hunting strategies based on experience, a rare trait among sharks. Most great white shark hunts occur near the ocean surface. However, this species is also capable of diving to depths of up to 1,200 meters. This behavior is not only linked to hunting, but also to significant physiological changes. Unlike many other sharks that rely primarily on vision, it possesses a specialized electroreceptor system called ampullae of Lorenzini. This system allows it to detect the bioelectric fields of prey, even when hidden in darkness. With this ability, it can locate creatures buried on the ocean floor or concealed in pitch-black waters. One of the reasons great white sharks dive deep is to exploit the abundant food sources within the deep scattering layer. This daily migrating biomass consists of mesopelagic fish, squid, krill, and various planktonic organisms. The great white shark tracks this vertical migration, seizing the perfect moment to hunt, especially during the transition between day and night. This is when creatures within the deep scattering layer have not yet fully settled into position, making them more vulnerable to predators. Data from satellite tagging devices reveal that many great white sharks perform cyclical deep dives, often occurring during long migrations between different ocean regions. Beyond hunting, these deep dives help them regulate body temperature as they move through waters of varying temperatures. Most notably, this diving behavior serves as a strategy to evade one of the ocean's most formidable predators, orcas. Similar to the great white shark, many shallow water shark species occasionally dive deep to take advantage of the resources within the deep scattering layer. However, few species do this as frequently as the scalloped hammerhead shark. One individual was recorded making dives between 650 and 971 meters for 174 days out of a 182-day tracking period. These deep dives occurred at specific times, coinciding with the vertical movement of the deep scattering layer within the water column. Its distinctively wide head not only provides enhanced vision, but is also packed with ampullae of Lorenzini. These electroreceptive sensors allow it to detect prey even in complete darkness. Even in the absence of light, it can sense the faintest electrical impulses emitted by the nervous system of its prey. The deep diving behavior of this species may also serve as a way to regulate body temperature. By swimming into colder waters, they can lower their body temperature to conserve energy. In some cases, deep diving may also be part of their migration strategy, allowing them to utilize ocean currents to reach new hunting or breeding grounds. In the deep diving competition among shallow water sharks, the whale shark holds the honor of being both the largest fish on the planet and one of the deepest diving shark species. With a body reaching up to 18 meters in length and weighing over 20 tons, it moves through the ocean with the grace of a drifting cloud. Modern tracking devices have recorded astonishing dives by whale sharks, reaching a maximum depth of 1,912 meters. This behavior may be a crucial part of their survival strategy. At these depths, the deep scattering layer remains active, carrying countless squid and small fish, an additional nutritional source alongside the plankton whale sharks consume daily. By tracking the movement of the deep scattering layer, they gain access to richer feeding grounds, even in regions where plankton is scarce. With a massive mouth nearly 1.5 meters wide, the whale shark swims with its mouth open, sucking in water like a giant vacuum. Specialized gill rakers filter food particles from the water, separating microscopic plankton before expelling the filtered water back into the ocean. A low-effort meal, but one that ensures it gets enough energy to sustain its enormous body. The whale shark's ability to dive deep raises many questions about how it withstands the immense pressure at nearly 2,000 meters below the surface. Unlike many other sharks that have active body temperature regulation, the whale shark may rely on a complex physiological system that allows it to adapt to the colder waters of the deep sea. Moving between different water layers could also be a way to conserve energy, using ocean currents to travel efficiently and avoiding competition with other predators. Beyond that, the whale shark is one of the most far-ranging migratory species, traveling thousands of kilometers each year in pursuit of plankton-rich feeding grounds. Hotspots such as offshore Mexico, the Philippines, and Ningaloo Reef in Australia are among the places where it seasonally appears. These migrations are partly driven by feeding, but they may also be linked to reproduction, a mystery that remains unsolved. Among the creatures that follow the rhythmic movement of the deep scattering layer, the Megamouth Shark remains one of the most mysterious. With an average length of about 5.5 meters, a soft-bodied structure, and slow, deliberate swimming, the Megamouth Shark is one of only 3 surviving filter-feeding shark species alongside the whale shark and basking shark. This shark was discovered by chance in 1976 when an individual became entangled in the anchor of a US Navy vessel off the coast of Hawaii. Before that, no one even knew it existed. But neither the whale shark nor the Megamouth Shark is the most fearsome predator of the deep scattering layer. Perhaps the strangest shark of all is the Cookiecutter Shark, a tiny species measuring only 42 to 56 centimeters in length, yet capable of leaving terrifying marks even more unsettling than those of the ocean's giants. Its body is covered in thousands of photophores, which emit a faint greenish glow, blending seamlessly with the surrounding light and creating a camouflage effect, making it appear invisible in the deep sea. However, just below its throat and gill slits, a distinctive dark band remains unlit, creating the illusion of a much smaller creature drifting in the water. When curious prey approach, the Cookiecutter Shark suddenly strikes from below. The ocean is not just a vast world on the surface, but also a hidden universe submerged beneath layers of dark water. Sharks, the ancient predators of the sea, do not just dominate shallow waters, but also venture into the deep abyss. This behavior raises an important question. What drives sharks to dive into the depths, where immense pressure and freezing temperatures await? Beyond the deep scattering layer, 3 hypotheses have been proposed to explain this phenomenon. The first hypothesis relates to navigation. Sharks do not rely solely on vision and smell for movement, but also possess a magnetic sensing system through their ampullae of Lorenzini. Some shark species may dive deeper to detect clearer geomagnetic signals, helping them precisely orient themselves on long-distance migrations that span thousands of kilometers across vast oceans. This ability could explain why hammerhead sharks frequently dive deep before embarking on long migrations. The second hypothesis suggests energy conservation. By diving into deeper, colder waters, sharks may take advantage of slow-moving ocean currents to drift effortlessly, reducing the need for constant swimming and conserving energy over long journeys. Species such as the basking shark and whale shark have been recorded diving deep and staying at those depths for extended periods, possibly to utilize slower-moving water to minimize movement costs. This strategy may be especially crucial for long-distance migratory species, helping them preserve energy while traveling through food-scarce regions. The final hypothesis relates to thermoregulation. While most sharks are cold-blooded, certain species, such as the great white shark, possess the ability to retain heat in their muscles, allowing them to maintain high hunting efficiency. Spending too much time near the warm surface may cause their bodies to accumulate excess heat, so diving into cold, deep waters could help them regulate their temperature and prevent overheating. Scalloped hammerheads have been observed holding their breath by closing their gills when diving into colder depths, an adaptation that helps retain heat for extended periods in deep waters. However, even though deep diving can be a survival strategy, sharks have a depth limit, even those that inhabit the deep sea. Unlike small, bony fish that can survive at depths nearing 8,000 meters, sharks are rarely found below 4,000 meters. This limitation is not random, but reflects physiological and ecological barriers that even these ancient predators struggle to overcome. One of the biggest challenges sharks face when diving deep is buoyancy control. Unlike bony fish, sharks do not have a swim bladder to regulate buoyancy, but instead rely on their liver, which is filled with squalene oil. This oil helps sharks maintain neutral buoyancy in seawater, but its effectiveness decreases as pressure increases. At extreme depths, squalene oil becomes less efficient, forcing sharks to expend more energy to maintain their position in the water column. Faced with the choice of constantly swimming in a food-scarce environment or remaining in waters with lower pressure, sharks seem to prefer the latter. Beyond buoyancy challenges, sharks also face another physiological limitation: osmoregulation, the process of balancing water and salt levels in their bodies. Sharks do not excrete urine like most vertebrates. Instead, they retain urea in their tissues to maintain osmotic balance with the surrounding seawater. However, urea breaks down under high pressure, forcing sharks to produce large amounts of trimethylamine oxide to protect their cells. At depths beyond 4,000 meters, the demand for trimethylamine oxide may exceed a shark's natural production capacity, leading to severe biochemical imbalances. This could be one of the key reasons why sharks cannot survive at extreme depths for long periods. Food availability is also a major limiting factor. Sharks are high-energy predators, while the environment below 4,000 meters is extremely nutrient-poor. At these depths, most life survives on organic debris falling from above or by feeding on highly specialized deep-sea fish that have adapted to the extreme conditions. Sharks, which require substantial food intake to maintain their large body size and constant movement, would struggle to find enough sustenance in such a resource-scarce environment. This limitation demonstrates that even ancient predators cannot escape the physical and biological laws of the ocean. What do you think awaits us at the bottom of the ocean? An undiscovered shark species, or something even more terrifying? The deep ocean is a realm of the unknown, accounting for 98% of Earth's total ocean volume. It is a world where sunlight only penetrates the first few layers of water before disappearing entirely beyond 200 meters. There is no light, no photosynthesis, and almost no plant life. Creatures that survive here must adapt to extreme conditions, where food is scarce and ecological challenges are relentless. Water pressure increases rapidly with depth. At 3,700 meters, the pressure is over 400 times higher than at sea level. Most creatures here lack air-filled cavities, allowing them to withstand the immense crushing force of the environment. Some deep-sea sharks have soft, flexible cartilage and less dense bodies than the surrounding water, enabling them to remain agile despite the extreme conditions. The temperature in deep waters typically ranges between 1 and 4 degrees Celsius, close to freezing. Unlike surface-dwelling sharks, such as the great white shark, which retain muscle heat for efficient hunting, deep-sea sharks adapt by slowing their metabolism, conserving as much energy as possible. They can survive for extended periods without food, sometimes relying on carcasses sinking to the ocean floor as their primary nutrient source. Oxygen levels in deep waters pose yet another challenge. Many deep-sea shark species have developed more gill slits compared to their shallow water counterparts. Some species also adopt energy-efficient swimming patterns, drifting motionlessly instead of constantly moving to maintain oxygen flow, like high-speed predators. Despite these extreme survival challenges, deep-sea sharks make up nearly half of all known shark species. They inhabit depths rarely explored by humans, carrying mysteries yet to be uncovered. They do not rely on speed or brute strength, yet they have endured for millions of years, silent and enigmatic in the depths of the ocean. Beneath the deep ocean, the phenomenon of deep-sea gigantism remains one of the greatest mysteries. In shallow waters, most marine creatures are small and compact, optimized for quick movement to evade predators. But in the depths of the ocean, this rule no longer applies. Instead, deep-sea animals tend to grow significantly larger than their shallow water relatives. The giant isopod, a crustacean resembling an oversized pillbug, can grow up to 50 centimeters, whereas shallow water isopods typically only measure a few centimeters. The giant squid, one of the largest invertebrates on the planet, can reach lengths of up to 13 meters, its tentacles stretching out into the darkness to capture prey. What causes deep-sea creatures to develop such enormous sizes? One of the most widely accepted hypotheses relates to the frigid temperatures of the deep ocean. Cold temperatures slow metabolic processes, extending the lifespan of deep-sea organisms. With a longer lifespan, they have more time to grow larger before reaching maturity. Additionally, in a food-scarce environment, having a larger body allows for greater energy reserves, helping them survive for extended periods without food. Another hypothesis suggests that predator pressure in deep waters is not as intense as in shallow regions. Without fast, high-energy predators like the great white shark or short-fin mako shark, deep-sea creatures can afford to grow at a slower rate, ultimately reaching larger sizes. In this environment, survival is not about speed, but about endurance and resilience. Lurking beneath the icy waters of the North Atlantic and Arctic Ocean, the Greenland shark is one of the clearest examples of deep-sea gigantism. Reaching lengths of up to 7.3 meters and weighing over 1,000 kilograms, it is larger than the great white shark. The lifespan of the Greenland shark is one of nature's most astonishing mysteries. It grows at an extremely slow rate, adding only about 1 centimeter per year. This makes it one of the longest living sharks ever recorded, with an estimated lifespan of up to 500 years. Throughout its centuries-long existence, it has witnessed dramatic changes in the ocean, from ice ages to modern climate shifts. At depths ranging from 200 to 2,200 meters, where water temperatures rarely rise above freezing, the Greenland shark has adapted by slowing its metabolism to an extreme degree. This not only allows it to conserve energy, but also enables it to survive in an environment where food is scarce. Despite its slow movements, it remains a formidable predator. Its diet includes seals, large fish, and even moose, animals that occasionally drift out to sea. Researchers have even found moose and polar bear remains inside the stomachs of Greenland sharks. This suggests that they are highly opportunistic scavengers, taking advantage of any available food sources in their harsh environment. With its massive size and mysterious existence in the deep, the Greenland shark remains one of the greatest enigmas of the deep sea. It is often described as an ancient phantom, silently drifting through time, surviving for centuries, while remaining largely unknown. Perhaps this is why it is sometimes mistaken for Megalodon, the giant prehistoric shark that went extinct approximately 3.6 million years ago. Around 23 million years ago, during the Neogene period, the ocean was ruled by one of the greatest predators to ever exist, a killing machine without equal. Megalodon, the largest shark to have ever lived. It dominated the warm seas across the globe, standing as one of the most fearsome predators in Earth's history. No complete skeleton of Megalodon has ever been found, as, like most sharks, its skeleton was made of cartilage, a material that does not fossilize well over time. However, fossilized teeth, measuring up to 18 centimeters, have been discovered worldwide, from the coastlines of North and South America to Europe, Africa, and Australia. Based on these teeth, scientists estimate that Megalodon could reach lengths of 15 to 20 meters, making it 3 times the size of a great white shark. Standing next to a modern great white shark, Megalodon would make it look like a juvenile, but its massive size was not the only thing that made it terrifying. Megalodon's jaw possessed one of the most powerful bite forces ever recorded in the animal kingdom. Scientific models estimate that its bite force ranged between 108,500 and 180,000 newtons, making it up to 10 times stronger than that of the saltwater crocodile, the strongest biting animal alive today. Megalodon's diet reflected its apex predator status in the marine ecosystem. It hunted massive prey. Fossilized bones of ancient whales, dolphins, and even giant sea turtles have been found bearing its bite marks, confirming that Megalodon was at the very top of the food chain. Hidden in the deepest layers of the ocean, the Goblin Shark exists like a creature from prehistoric times. As one of the oldest surviving shark species, the Goblin Shark has remained nearly unchanged since the Cretaceous period, over 125 million years ago. It belongs to an ancient lineage of sharks, having endured countless geological and climatic changes throughout Earth's history. Though rarely encountered, the Goblin Shark is not entirely a mystery. Specimens have been recorded in various locations worldwide, from Japan and Taiwan to the coast of South Africa and the Gulf of Mexico. But despite these sightings, most of its life remains unknown. It inhabits depths of up to 1,300 meters, a realm where few exploration devices can reach. The Goblin Shark's skin is pale pink, almost translucent under light, a rare trait among sharks. In the deep, lightless waters where high pressure and low visibility dominate, blood vessels near the surface of its skin create its distinctive pink hue. But what truly makes the Goblin Shark an extraordinary predator is its unique jaw mechanism. Unlike most sharks, whose jaws are fixed to their skulls, the Goblin Shark's jaw can extend forward like a spring-loaded trap, a rare hunting adaptation in the shark world. When prey ventures too close, its jaws shoot out at high speed, snatching the target in a fraction of a second. As bizarre as the Goblin Shark, the Chimera, also known as the ghost shark, exists like a creature from another world. It is neither a shark nor a bony fish, but belongs to an ancient lineage of cartilaginous fish that predates even the age of the dinosaurs. After more than 300 million years of evolution, it has retained many of its primitive features, making it one of the most mysterious deep-sea creatures. Though rarely seen by humans, Chimera species are distributed worldwide, from the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean, primarily inhabiting depths ranging from 200 meters to over 2,600 meters. Its elongated body and large pectoral fins allow it to glide gracefully, moving like a ghost, drifting through the darkness. Some species within the Chimeriformes order have even developed a venomous spine on their backs, a rare defensive adaptation among cartilaginous fish. This is a crucial defense mechanism in an environment where predators can strike from any direction. Its large, green, glowing eyes, which reflect light, help it see more clearly in the eternal darkness. This provides a significant advantage as most of its prey, crustaceans, small fish, and benthic organisms either hide beneath sediment or move silently through the cold waters. Like sharks, it possesses ampullae of Lorenzini, a network of electroreceptors along its snout, allowing it to detect the electrical signals generated by muscle movement in prey. One of the oldest surviving shark species is the blunt-nose six-gill shark, a member of the Hexantiformes group that dates back to the Jurassic period, around 200 million years ago. Reaching lengths of up to 5.5 meters, it is among the largest sharks in the ocean, yet it is not a high-speed predator. With 6 gill slits instead of the usual 5, it carries the evolutionary imprint of its ancient ancestors, creatures that existed when dinosaurs still ruled the Earth. To survive in deep waters, it slows its metabolism to the bare minimum, allowing it to endure low-oxygen environments without needing constant movement. It often drifts silently through the water column, using slow yet precise bites to capture its prey with deadly accuracy. Beneath the ocean's depths, a creature even stranger lurks in the shadows, the frilled shark, a species that looks nothing like its modern shark relatives. Emerging during the Cretaceous period, around 80 million years ago, this shark has a long, eel-like body, giving it a serpentine appearance, unlike any other shark. Its slender, flexible shape and undulating movements make it resemble a prehistoric sea serpent more than a typical shark. Its jaws contain up to 300 backward-facing, needle-like teeth, designed to trap prey without escape once caught. Rather than relying on high-speed attacks, the frilled shark can strike suddenly, swallowing its prey in one swift motion, locking it inside its tooth-lined jaws. In the eternal darkness of the deep ocean, sharks no longer resemble the familiar forms of the great white shark or the short-fin mako shark. They have become strange, almost monstrous, with frightening yet mesmerizing adaptations. At these depths, sharks have evolved to survive in an extreme environment, developing traits that make them even more formidable. But these deep-sea sharks are not the greatest threat in the abyss. In reality, humans pose the biggest danger, pushing them toward extinction. More than 1/3 of deep-sea shark species are threatened by overfishing. The cosmetic and pharmaceutical industries are harvesting squalene, a highly valuable compound extracted from deep-sea shark liver oil. The gulper shark is being heavily exploited, leading to a severe population decline. Unregulated deep-sea fishing must be controlled to protect these ancient creatures. They have survived for millions of years, enduring mass extinctions, yet they may not survive human impact. The deep ocean remains one of the greatest mysteries on Earth. The creatures that inhabit this realm are not just terrifying because of their bizarre appearances or remarkable hunting abilities. They are frightening because humans know almost nothing about them, yet we are pushing them toward extinction without even realizing it. While the world still holds secrets yet to be uncovered, it is our responsibility to ensure that the creatures of the deep continue to exist, to tell their own stories. To protect the ocean, large-scale solutions are being implemented. Marine protected areas, MPAs, are expanding rapidly. Since 2000, the area covered by MPAs has increased more than tenfold, now covering about 7.2% of the ocean, equivalent to over 26 million square kilometers. The Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services Network is supporting countries in implementing action plans for biodiversity conservation. The application of modern technology, from satellite tracking to AI-powered monitoring, is also improving management and protection of critical marine areas. Public awareness is another key factor. Awareness campaigns have helped reduce plastic waste entering the ocean and promote plant-based squalene alternatives instead of harvesting it from shark livers. You can also join conservation efforts, sign petitions against shark overfishing, and support marine protected areas. The ocean is our lifeline, and only through human action can marine ecosystems recover and sustain long-term balance. What do you think is the strangest shark ever discovered? Feel free to share your knowledge and experiences in the comments below. Your insights can inspire conservation efforts, help protect endangered wildlife, and preserve the ecosystem for future generations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to join us on more incredible adventures. Or continue exploring the survival journeys of wildlife in other regions at Ocean Predators, Clash of the Most Terrifying Giants, or the Antarctica, Survival in the Realm of Giants.